Hello everyone, my name is Mrs. Vishakha Sherke. I am working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Engineering at Universal College of Engineering. My today's topic is application of probability for classification in machine learning. Dear students, you know that probability is mathematical term and it is generally used for likelihood function, where we decide something, that some event or some condition will occur provided that previous information we know. Okay, we apply this probability in daily life to make any decision, and mostly we apply this probability when the situation is uncertain. For example, you might be watching live match, है ना, and we always see some predicted score, or we see the conditions when the commenter describe the pitch, or describe what kind of score will be there and who will win the match. Do you think how they can decide, or do you really think, or do you can you ask your question to yourself, how this commenter, how this expert can give some decision? We know that match is not yet started, but still they are able to predict something. Now that something, maybe they will predict that now CSK will do 200 runs, or Mumbai Indian will do 250 runs. So how this statistic can be calculated? Okay, have you ever thought, or might be whenever we watch TV, we always see some graph which gives in the previous, or which gives the projected score. At the same time, it gives what are the probability when we use this combination. So this is the exactly application of our probability in daily life, in real world situation. So today I am going to teach you one simple formula that is effectively used for identifying the classification problem. Okay, are you getting my point? Very simple formula. We are not going to do anything. We are just going to see the statistic. We are going to check for which particular class that particular tuple belongs, and easily we can, with the help of some calculation, some mathematical multiplication, we can easily find out the result. Okay, so let's see what formula I'm going to teach you. Okay, so my formula of probability is nothing but the Bayes theorem. Okay, do you know? Do you? Definitely, I'm sure that even if you are a 12th standard student or 11th standard student, you have learned this concept of Bayes theorem. Okay, this is nothing but probability theorem, okay, which is based on the prior knowledge. It is also called as Bayesian classifier. It is mostly used for the statistical classifier. Now, statistical means what? As I told you, as I gave the example of IPL, statistic means we have the record of that particular thing. We have the record of run done by CSK. We have the record a number of wickets taken by the by the bowler. So this is nothing but the statistic. We have the statistic, how many matches that particular team have played, how many matches that particular team have won. Okay, so this is nothing but the statistic. So do you know, this statistic is widely useful when we predict the result, when some poll is there on the TV, when some poll is there on the news channel. So there always use of this machine learning concepts. Okay, there the application or the use of algorithm may be different, but still I just want to give insight of where exactly that statistic is used. Okay, so as you know that machine learning is the latest domain, and artificial intelligence, machine learning is widely applicable in all the areas. Right now, we everything which we do is our activities analyzed, our behavior, or our sales are predicted, offers are given. So it is just because of the concept of or domain of machine learning. So in this machine learning, there is there is application of probability also. That is my topic. Okay, so I'm going to explain the Bayes theorem. And as I was talking that it is also called as the Bayesian classifier. Do you know, students, this Bayesian classifier predict the class membership. Okay, class membership means what? How much that tuple belongs to that particular class. Okay, class membership is nothing but what is the percentage, what is the percentage, what are the cardinality of that item, such that that particular result, that particular tuple belongs to one particular class. And you know what, student, even if this Bayesian classifier is very simple, which is also called as the naive Bayes classifier, its performance is very good as compared to other classifier. Okay, and it also exhibited the high accuracy and speed when we apply to the large database. So naive Bayes classifier assume that, okay, the effect of attribute value or effect of some condition is always independent of the values of other attributes. Okay, so that's why we will use the concept of conditional probability, initial hypothesis, likewise. But definitely I'm not going to go in this kind of mathematical term, because I just want to teach you this application of probability in very simple way. So I we'll see this formula. Okay, don't worry about this formula. This formula is not that much difficult. Okay, this formula is nothing but what? We are going to compute the probability that particular tuple x belongs to that particular class. Okay, such that, okay, such that we know the attribute description. Now attribute description means what? In that tuple there will be some attributes are mentioned, so we will give the probability of that every attribute. Okay, this p of hx is equal to p of x, such that h in the xh into ph. Don't worry about this formula. Okay, these are nothing but a simple formula where p of h is nothing but the prior probability. Okay, or we also called as the priori probability of h. Okay, this is the probability that when we can assume, okay, provided that some condition is given. Similarly, p of x by h is nothing but the posterior probability. Now posterior probability means what? Probability of x such that h is given. Okay, probability of x such that h is given, that is nothing but the posterior probability. And Bayes theorem is useful such a way that we can calculate the posterior probability, okay, p of h such that x is given from p of h, p of x and p of x by h. Okay, this is the simple formula is used by the Bayes theorem. Dear student, I won't take you more time. Let's go to the example. Okay, this is one example where, as might be the match is going on. Okay, and here we have to take the decision whether to play tennis or not. Understood? What is there? This is the data set. You know what? These rows and columns in machine learning are called as the data set. Okay, this you can right now you can see this as a table, but very technical term we use in the machine learning is nothing but the data set. Okay, now you might see that in this table, okay, this is column and this is row. So in machine learning or in database, we always called the row as attribute, okay, and the column as tuple. Are you getting my point? The column as attribute and the row as tuple. So what question they have asked us? They have asked us ki there is one tuple, okay, there is one tuple such that the outlook is sunny. Okay, outlook is nothing but the environment, we can say how the environment is. You know what, we always see the match, whenever match is going on, we always see how particular how they describe the condition, weather condition. So that is nothing but the outlook. At the same time, temperature is mentioned with the help of hot, mild and cold parameter. wind, how much the flow of wind is there, either it is weak or strong, and accordingly the decision, okay, according the decisions are already recorded, okay, these decisions are already recorded. And what you have to do, you have to find whether to play tennis or not, such that outlook is sunny, temperature is cool, and wind is strong. You can see this sunny, cool and strong. This tuple you won't find in this table. Getting now? We apply the probability to know outcome of the condition which we don't know. We know the condition if outlook is sunny, temperature is hot, wind is weak, because it is given in this data set. Understood? But this tuple where outlook is sunny, temperature equal to cool and wind is strong, the data is not available. Then what we can do here? Very simple. We will just go for the Bayes classifier, okay, and we will calculate the probability of every attribute. Okay, what we will do? We will calculate probability of every attribute. So for that purpose, what we need to do? First step, first identify how many classes are there. Now what do you mean by the class? Okay, class is nothing but the decision. Okay, here there are only two decisions, either play tennis or do not play tennis. Okay, yes or no, we have only two classes here. Are you getting my point? We have only two classes, either play tennis yes or no. How many data values are given in this table? Just count these values: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So how many rows are there? There are total 14 rows. Okay. So what we will do? First of all, we will calculate how many rows says yes, we should play tennis, and how many rows say no, we should not play tennis. Okay. So let's see what is the next step. So what I have done here, first we are going to apply Naive Bayes classifier. That's why I have given the heading. So first find the class. I will represent play tennis class by C1 and do not play tennis by C2. So we will find probability. See, here comes the probability, right? Condition, okay, such that some hypothesis is given, P of x by h. Okay, we can call P of x by h. Hypothesis means what? We want to play tennis, okay, and x means nothing but this is the class. How many rows are there which says that yes, we should play tennis? How many rows are there which says that no, we should not play tennis? So we have calculated how many total rows are there? 14. Okay, in that rows, how many yes and how many no are there? Okay, how many yes and no? Calculate no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are total 5 no's are there, and we have seen there are total 14. So if the 5 rows says no, then definitely 9 rows are saying yes. So find the probability such that the data set says yes, we should play tennis is nothing but 9 by 14, which is nothing but the 0.643. Similarly, calculate the probability for class 2, that is we should not play tennis is nothing but 5 divided by 14 is nothing but 0.357. Okay. So in the initial step, we have calculated this of finding the probability of class 1 and class 2. Now we have to repeat the same procedure for every attribute, okay, for every attribute in the data set. So that I will explain in the next video. Thank you.